Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to this practice to help us balance out Pitta Dosha. So Pitta Dosha is that Ayurvedic energetic quality that is all to do with kind of fieriness and heat. So we can feel a little bit irritated maybe if we've got too much of it, a little bit angry. Sorry, I thought the sound was low.
Oh, it's okay, I just moved my head.
Okay. So we can feel a little bit irritated, a little bit angry. Maybe we can feel like we're working too much, really pushing ourselves to the point of maybe burning out and just really feeling a bit too fiery and like we need to calm and cool down a bit. So if you're feeling like that, then join me for this short practice that's going to help us really connect to a more kind of fluid, flowing quality and just a little bit of coolness. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about with the doshas, then you might want to check out my Introduction to Ayurveda series where I break down each dosha in a little bit more detail. So for now, let's jump on the mat and get going with our Pitta balancing practice. Okay, so starting our practice here in an extended child's pose. So big toes together, knees as wide as the mat, and then walking the hands forwards and letting the head rest down. Maybe it comes to the mat, maybe you pop something under it, maybe you stack the forearms and do that. And if this shape isn't comfortable for you, just take a comfortable grounding shape to start here. So here I'm rocking my head a little side to side and just feeling the gentle pressure on that third eye point, the point just above the eyebrow center. It's an Ayurvedic mama point, also a Chinese acupressure point, and it really helps to tell the body that we are okay, tell the nervous system that we're okay, and to feel a sense of support, grounding, and hopefully then facilitate a little bit of release. So just feeling the body resting down wherever you are, feeling the breath coming in, going out. And then from here, I'm gently lifting my head and coming forwards and coming onto all fours. So just making your way onto all fours, and we'll come to cat-cow variation. So as we exhale, rounding through the spine and coming up onto the fingertips, and as you inhale, really pressing into the hands, pushing the ground away to drop the belly, lift the chest. And I'm moving a little bit backwards and forwards with this, so making this quite a fluid motion. And, you know, there is no right way to do this. So really what we want to do is tap into the fluid, undulating like quality of the spine. And if your body is more comfortable doing this seated or even standing, then please feel free to do that. You don't have to be on the hands and knees. So using the breath, using the full length of the inhalation and exhalation to explore this fluid movement. Okay, from here, coming to a kneeling position, and if this isn't comfortable for you, then of course take a different seat. And I'm just looking up with the inhale, chin to chest, looking down with the exhale. So just a little movement with the head and the neck here, and then starting to take the head round from side to side, shoulder to shoulder, so chin to chest and rolling the head from shoulder to shoulder, nice and gently. Notice if you've got a tendency to go quickly here, slow it down. So now I'm taking the head round in full circle, so you can do this if this feels okay in your body, circling one way and then the other, or maybe you stick with that shoulder to shoulder, maybe that feels better. Staying connected to that nice steady breath here. Little eye exercise here, so taking the index fingers out in front and then keeping focus, a soft focus as you draw the fingers out to the side, and then stopping and coming back at the point where you lose sight of those fingers in your peripheral vision. So we're keeping a really soft focus, trying to keep sight of those fingers, and then at the point where they start to disappear from the peripheral vision, bringing them back to center. So this is helpful because if we've got a lot of excess Pitta Dosha, then we can be very laser focused, intensely focused on something, you know, whether that's a goal, a project, work, and we want to help to create a softer focus and invite more ease into our lives. And also one of the seats of Pitta in the body is the eyes, so eye work can be really good. Okay, so from here coming into some more spinal flexion and extension, inhaling to lift the chest and exhaling to round. So just doing it from this different position than we were in before. So see if you can choose a different position. So if you did this kneeling last time, then maybe you try it standing this time, or cross-legged, or just mix it up a bit. So inhaling to lift the chest and exhaling to round through the spine. Okay, and then from here we'll come to cactus arms. So arms out by the sides, shoulders engaged. And as we inhale, we'll just squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the arms, gentle lift of the chest, and exhale, round it forward, bring the hands together. So inhale, lifting the chest, very gentle back bend, and then exhaling, rounding forwards, making sure not to push too far into this back bend, squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping the elbows out nice and wide as you inhale, and then exhale, drawing it in. So working to open this area of the heart space, really beneficial for Pitta Dosha, cultivating these feelings of loving kindness, connection to others and ourselves. Okay, so from here I'm just bringing my hand around to the point, kind of the base of the shoulder blade. So the hands are kind of wrapped around the rib cage at the side, and then the thumbs are touching this point on either side of the spine at the base of the shoulder blades. And this is another mama point, an Ayurvedic mama point. And just gently massaging here with the thumbs, and this can help to open up this area of the chest. And also energetically this area of the heart chakra. So really helping us feel this sense of loving kindness towards ourselves, towards others, compassion, gratitude, connection, all really helpful emotions to work on to help support Pitta Dosha and bringing it into balance. Okay, so completing that, taking a breath. And from here we'll bring it gently down to the belly. And we'll come to some Cobra variation, so taking the fingertips off wider than the mat, and from here just pressing into the feet and the pelvis for a foundation, and starting to just roll the shoulders, so rolling one shoulder back and then the other, maybe swaying a little side to side, so the movement is almost like a snake being charmed. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do this, we're just experimenting, so you may stay down very low, you may come up a little higher. Allow the body to lead with what feels good rather than what you think you should do or what you think this should look like. So just exploring some cobras here, nice and gently, keeping that support, the feet and the pelvis pressing in, keeping the support of the breath. As you're ready, bring it down, bring the hands under the shoulders, push yourself back up. Tucking the toes under here, preparing to come up to our downward facing dog. So taking the hips back here and peeling up from the tailbone, the hips, really gentle, and then finding a little bit of gentle movement here. So rather than being rigidly stuck in the shape that we, how we think it should look, finding some movement, maybe bending the knees deeply, bringing the belly to the thighs, maybe even lifting one hand up and down off the mat. Really anything, again, that the body calls for. We're just wanting to ease out and soften here. And then as you're ready, looking forwards and taking a soft crisscross walk with one foot crossing in front of the other, meandering forwards to the front of the mat. Letting the knees bend as much as you need to here as you let the head hang down and come to a forward fold, and we'll sway gently from side to side. So again, we're really connecting to this fluid-like quality. No rigidity, no getting stuck in a shape, just allowing the body to talk and move. Find what feels right for us today. As we're ready, we'll gently lift up on an inhale to a halfway lift, a flat back, and then soften it right down, exhale. Inhale, press into the feet, keep the knees soft and bent as you rise up. And then exhale, we'll come straight back down to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. The inhale sweeps you up. And the exhale softly brings you back down. So see if you can take any of the sharp edges out of this and make this a really soft, fluid movement. It's just about encouraging that flow of movement in the spine, in the body, and enjoying this movement. As you're ready, bringing the hands together at heart center. Stepping into your mountain pose, maybe placing one hand on the heart space, the other hand on top here, and taking a few breaths just to connect to the breath and the body again. From here, I'm stepping onto my left foot and then inhaling, taking the right leg all the way up and starting to circle that right leg around, moving the arms and then just breaking free here. So just having a little play, balancing on the left foot, moving the arms in space, moving that right leg in space. Exploring the hip, movement at the hip, and letting it be okay if you fall over. And if you want to try it with your eyes closed, you can do that as well. So I'm giving that a go here. It's very hard. And the point of this is to take away that Pitta sense of imperfection, or of perfection and needing to be perfect, and letting it be imperfect. So come to a stand, take a little shake out the whole body here as you're ready. And then let's try standing on the right leg, maybe trying with the eyes closed to start, or maybe keeping them open for a moment. And then maybe you have a go at closing them, knowing that it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter if you wobble, it doesn't matter at all. What matters is that we're exploring the body in space, connecting to the breath, letting go of the need to be perfect. Allow the arms to move, allow that leg to move, allow yourself to have fun, to wobble, to play. And then coming back and having a shake out when you land back on 2 feet again. Letting go of that, shaking the body out, placing one hand on the heart space, the other hand on top, connecting to your breath here. Feeling the feet on the ground, the breath moving in and out. And then we'll inhale, take the arms all the way up and overhead, gentle lift of the chest, and exhale, come all the way back to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, exhale, fold. Plant the hands on the ground and step one foot back and then the other into your downward facing dog. Again, finding a little free movement here. As you're ready, slowly lower the knees, nice and controlled, and coming to all fours. And then we'll just bring ourselves back to a seat, so on the sit bones now. And then keeping the knees bent, feet on the floor. We'll inhale, take the arms up, and of course you can always sit on something. And as you exhale, we'll just fold forwards, belly towards the thighs. Let the arms wrap around the shins or the backs of the legs, or however feels comfortable, but melting the head down towards the knees. Maybe taking something to rest the forehead on if that feels good. Connecting inwards here, listening to your breath, listening to your heart. Giving yourself a hug. Knowing that you're perfect wherever you are, however you are today. Slowly rising up as you're ready. Just coming to a comfortable seat. Placing the left hand on the heart space, the right hand on top. Maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze, connecting in to that sense of compassion, love, kindness to self and others. Feeling the benefits of your Pitta balancing practice today. Once more connecting to the sense of the earth supporting you. Sense of that loving energy from the heart space coming into yourself and out to everybody else. Closing your practice however you want to, honouring the space and the time you've created for yourself today. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so that was our Pitta balancing practice. Hopefully you feel a little bit calmer, maybe a little bit more chilled out, just that you've got a little bit more space in the mind, in the body, that you don't feel like you have to keep just going at everything full speed all the time. So this is a really helpful practice to do if you do have a lot of Pitta Dosha within your nature, your constitution. If you don't know what your constitution is, you could always head over to my website, being-change.com, and take the free dosha quiz. It takes a few minutes and you'll find out what your Ayurvedic nature is. Really fun. Okay, until next time, I'll see you soon.